Guys, have you ever played basketball inside a mall before? Neither have I. This is my first time taking part in the NXL tour, and we are now at Bugis Plus having a 3x3 competition. It was an eye-opening experience, and we are going to share from our team's perspective. Alright, so the first game we actually played against this Chinese team, and as you can see, they are really very lengthy. Look at this. And look at this. Super lengthy, guys. And I definitely wasn't prepared for the physicality. But nice pick and roll here. And we tied the game 1-1. Good start, but they were abusing their size and we were severely undersized. As you can see, double team here. They just kept repeating the same playbook over and over again. Miss, but they got a rebound and put back. One thing I noticed is that this game is a lot more physical than usual. I mean, in the context of 3v3, the referees don't really call any kind of simple fouls, even if you get bumped in the air or whatnot. They don't usually call it. The Chinese boys just made use of their size, trying to contest our shots, and now contested James 3, which resulted in a free throw. The 3x3 format just means that you are constantly playing offense and defense, and by the time it was a couple of minutes in, my legs were gassed. Couldn't shoot, shooting air balls, and I was just trying to get something going for the team. Sun made a tough shot here and unfortunately missed a jumper. The game is so fast paced, 12-second shot clock, and inevitably sometimes you might get caught up in the moment, and that's where things like this would happen. When you're trying to play defense, yes, James clotheslining the other opponent. Sun had to step in to say that it was an accident, and we defused the situation quite well. Alright, I think one thing we have learned is that we really had to do a lot of ball movements and off-ball picks. Trying to play one-on-one is not a winning strategy for sure. You get very tired early and you have to make use of your subs. But unfortunately, this game we were really just too small. They were just getting rebounds over us, second chances, and we lost out on that end. By this time, it was already 5 minutes in and I haven't had a break. I was staying in the court the whole time. I was really feeling it. My legs were gone. I was breathing heavy. And I wasn't playing defense, which resulted in this easy bucket. Look at this. See? Couldn't play defense anymore. I should have subbed myself out then, but I'm not sure why we didn't. But it's part of the learning process. Normal days, I would have made this, but today was just not my day. But we learned. We proceed on to game 2 and game 3 and a final game on the Sunday. Let's go. Right after our game, we got a chance to observe our next two opponents, Flint Tropics and a German team called Dunkin. Yeah, they are NUS exchange students lah, so it's really quite interesting that we have a whole range of players here today at the competition. It was quite a tight game between both of the teams, with them going back to back, and it was a game down to the wire. Keyshawn, we have Tom, and we also have Hezewell and our local talent, Thomas K, in this Flint Tropic. They eventually won the game, but it was a close game between the two.
Alumni versus Nanyang.
Nice one, bro. Alright, up next we have Chong versus Nanyang. So remember Ming Jun, the guy I met during the 3v3 trials? He's playing today and he made a very beautiful shot right here. Alright, let's go, man. But Chong also came back with a 3 of their own. Also a very close game, down to the wire. But it's nice to see Ming Jun putting in all the effort, leading the young boys to their win of... First win of the day? First win of the day.
This is my first 3v3, intense. Learned a lot. I think everything was very fruitful with my teammates. It's a super damn fast-paced game lah. So it's very different from 5v5 full court. But at the end of the day, I learned the speedy change of the dynamics within the team, need communication, but a lot of time we just broke down because we are damn tired and we are damn small. Yeah, so Next game, you try to box out more.
Alright, so now it's our turn to play against the Flint Tropics. And after a missed shot, you see Thomas quickly try to attack on James, but unfortunately he did not clear the ball. Remember, you need to clear the ball with 2 legs out of the 3-point line in this 3x3 format. After Zikai got the first floater, Keyshawn quickly attacked us and got a simple layup. As you can see, we are severely outsized again, which means that we need to try to help on the inside, which gives up open shots from the outside, and this time Thomas made the shot and he started to trash talk Mr. James. If you don't know, Thomas is actually quite tall, he's around 180, and he did a very nice, patient play with this backdoor cut. As you can see, Flint Tropics actually they move a lot without the ball, and lucky we got away with this missed layup. They tried to run the same play back to back, and this time we stopped the roll man, but the screener actually did a slip screen and therefore they got this bucket. So we have no solutions but to do this. Accidentally hit Keyshawn in the nuts. Really accidentally, bro. Serious. And with that, Tom actually checked into the game, another Tom, and you can see he is definitely like half a head taller than me, and he took me into the paint and got an easy layup. We were really undersized and we were trying to do all sorts of things. I did a nice hezzy but couldn't convert, my legs were gassed by this point in time. But Tsukai managed to make this bucket and we were very far away still. Missed shot, but we got the rebound and we managed to make a bucket right here. One of the things we try to do a bit better in this game is to do a bit more off-ball screens, and Sun managed to get an open jump shot with an off-ball screen set by Zikai. And Keyshawn was just doing his own thing, being explosive and driving with a left-hand layup. Oh, and if you do not know, in a FIBA 3x3 game, every team will have a 30 seconds timeout which can be called by any player on the court in the team itself. So we didn't know this, but it's good that we could call a timeout and catch a breather. I was really gassed by this point in time, 5 minutes in. Keyshawn is one of the more athletic players in this competition. He has a quick first step, lefty, and you would think that you can get an easy layup, but no! Really athletic. And here Tom just easily drives and gets an open bucket. By this time, the lead was already so huge and most of the teams would have given up. But we were still trying our best, trying to fight our way back into the game and not giving up on each of the plays. But then again, because of our defensive mistakes, they were getting shots after shots. But we were trying, we were really trying our best, and we were just trying lah. Yeah, we were just trying lah. So Zikai checked into the game, and to end things off, he made a 3. And I think that's about it. Thomas made a shot here and it was game over.
First of all, it's really high pressure, playing 3v3. It takes a lot of chemistry to want to play for this, and to even have the thought to sign up and challenge each other, right, is something that's quite admirable already. Coming down here is pure experience and, trying to be comfortable in your own skin. I think you get exposed at certain levels about how good you are at things and how bad you are at things. But I think all in all, you guys will have fun, and it's actually quite nice to watch you guys get better as the day goes on.
What are your thoughts about this photo?
Oh, I think that was probably too much commitment. And I think maybe body control. He was unaware of what he was trying to do. But props to him to try to stop the guy.
Alright, and now it's our turn to play against the students from NUS, exchange students, so it's quite an interesting experience. And first glance you can see, they have a lot of height advantage over us again, but Sun, being the daring guy he is, drove to the bucket and got our first basket of the day. Oh, that was quite a sick move, sick crossover, and we are now trailing. So as you can see, right, the size wise, they have I think a 2.0 something meters tall center. I think he's from Germany, and yeah, you can see he's about 1.5 head taller than me. This is a very sick move, sick hesitation, sick crossover, and yeah, the German center was just being a menace to us, blocking shots and getting a lot of easy putbacks like this. We couldn't stop them lah. They are just too big, too skilled. Oh, I managed to get a steal here. Lucky me. Yeah, but we really weren't converting our shots. We were trailing. Attacking inside didn't make sense because they had a center who was lurking around. And they were just getting easy buckets. We were too small to stop them the entire game. And when we tried to double team, things like this would happen. It just overall unfortunate. Bro was probably having the easiest game of his life, abusing his height and putting in all the easy layups. On pick and rolls, we try to help, but he can still put in the bucket. As simple as that. Our pick and roll defense was terrible, but then again, we are all corporate workers working full-time jobs, and I got lucky right here. So it's another day of David versus Goliath, but this time we are the David and we didn't have the slingshot nor the rocks. So they managed to close the game. We managed to get some buckets towards the end of the game, but yeah, we lost again. Nothing too unexpected, but it was a really good experience though. Fun.
The intensity of game is very different from what I experienced so far. So I think it's a good experience for me. A good learning curve and a good experience. I think you get to play with some foreign teams with different talents outside of Singapore. You get to learn a lot from them on how they communicate, how they switch during defense, or how they switch during offense. I think there's a lot to take from this competition. That was the thing. Shout out to OIC, man.
上户阿水
So,
What do you have to say about that, James?
okay I mean he recommended us because he said he won't be the national team won't be joining this competition as meant for community, but I feel like kena cheated so become a lot of foreign players. Basketball, I feel like basketball sports has been lagging in Singapore. That's why Goodell has his OYC to bring the culture up. And having this basketball around more, make people aware that there's actually a lot of players or a lot of people enjoying the sports of basketball. That's why I think could be more to improve on. Like they are bringing in the NBA, certain competition and everything over. So I think, yeah, that's all.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.